Hey everybody, Infesord here for another Infesord Lab channel update. Alright, so first off, I must make an apology for not having any content for the last little bit. The holiday season is just, it's crazy. Like, it really, I barely have any spare time to do anything at all, and I guess I hit another slump in my, what would you call it, withdrawal on neuroticism, and just kind of was like, oh man, I don't feel like doing anything except playing the games that I normally play and watching YouTube videos, of which there was a lot that kept coming out on my feed. My point is I got distracted. And I'll go into a little bit more of some other stuff that happened over the holiday season, but I have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time as I keep an eye on the timer on Audacity, because I don't want to go over the limit for the video that I'm attaching this to, which is, again, me playing more Heroes of the Storm. But I'm playing the Smexy Li Ming this time, terribly, of course. You know, that's just how I do things. So why don't we get right into it? Yeah, so first thing, the Christmas holiday was busy at the workplace I worked at, obviously, because any place in the restaurant industry, the holiday seasons can be crazy, especially if you're one of the few places that are actually open, like on the days that other businesses would definitely be closed for sure. That's just the nature of working in a place like that's open 24/7. You can probably guess what it is. I probably slipped it in somewhere. I'm sure it's happened on my Let's Plays of Viscera cleanup detail with Trathan. I'm sure it's happened. Anyway, but Christmas was actually really good this year. Usually Christmases for me go by and I just kind of, I don't know. I don't really give gifts to people, to friends or family, because I don't know. I've had this thought of being this lame duck and just being like, oh, I don't feel like the fucking what would you call it? The commercialism and capitalism, but it's like I'm way over that now. I've changed my mind on that sort of mentality for sure. And this Christmas, I actually managed to get gifts to everyone in my immediate family, and there were some other, not necessarily Christmas, but there were some birthdays for some other people that I had found a way to get a gift to them and like celebrate it with them, and I felt really good about it. It actually was like, wow, this actually feels really good. Again, that whole positive trajectory thing. 'Cause it's like, yes, I need that. I need more of that. Yeah, Christmas was good. I didn't get too much for Christmas, more so. I guess the main thing that you guys are probably interested in is, well, because my brother has no idea how to buy gifts for me, and to be fair, it's kind of hard. But I told him, or I didn't tell him specifically. I told I believe it was my mother who was sending texts to him, because he was texting her like, I don't know what to get, you know, me or my sister or anyone else. It's like, well, for me, it's like, look, just tell him, go on Steam and look up my wish list and buy any game that's on there. He ended up doing one thing better. He actually just bought me a $50 Steam gift card. So with those $50 and the Steam holiday sale, I managed to pick up 6 games: Pyre, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Rage, Metal Gear Rising, Grey Goo, and Firewatch. All of those notable is probably the first one, Pyre, and I'll talk about that later in a bit, and you'll probably guess what it's about. But the other games, I had them on the wish list for some time because I heard they were really good, and I don't know, they were also like really cheap, because shit, man, you can get a lot on those Steam sales. Anyway, you all know that. We all use Steam. At least I hope you do. Anyway, oh well, I guess there isn't one that. Wow, I'm blazing. I'm just spitballing here. I'm going through my little list here. I wrote on the notepad here for the Happy New Year. What would you actually? Did I say Happy New Year for this video at the beginning? I don't know. Hey, well, I'm saying it now. Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry, it's super belated and delayed because of just the everything in life. But hopefully, I can reverse this train wreck and get it back on track. Anyway, let's stop wasting time. Next thing on the list is, and this is really good news, I've been needing a new computer for some time, because the current computer I'm using it's having some trouble with some games I play, especially because I really want to hammer down the 1080p 60 frames per second for all Let's Plays that I play, with some exceptions, but for the most part I would like that as the standard. And because just there were some games that I wanted to do Let's Play of in the past, such as the what was it, the new Wolfenstein and the new Doom, but it's like my computer, it can run them, but if I try and record them, it tanks the system, and I'm like, okay, well, something is seriously wrong. Anyway, new computer that I have is under construction. Like I put these things together myself. I don't have somebody else do it because I did the previous one myself. I had some problems, but I think they'll have an easier time with this one. I am building a Ryzen 7 build, so that's your 8-core new AMD processor that they've come out with, and apparently these Ryzen CPUs are just they're amazing. So I can't wait to put this thing together. I still need to buy a couple more parts. Let's see, I need to get the memory. I need to get some memory, and I know where I can get that because I went to the one store that's closest to me, and I got as many things as I could. Like I got a case, power supply, the motherboard, the CPU, the Ryzen 7, the 1700, as I mentioned, a couple other parts I can't remember. Yeah, so I'm still missing the memory. I need the OS, obviously. And the one that's going to hold me back the most is the new fucking video card because those goddamn Bitcoin miners are seriously buying up every goddamn video card that's worth buying. I could buy one that is in stock that is less than ideal, but that's probably one of the few parts like I don't want to cheap on because if I can get a good video card that will last me a long ass time. And the one that I want is obviously out of stock because it's another AMD one. And I can't really afford to say like I'm gonna go with an Intel 1080, a Nvidia 1080p, 1080 Ti or one of the 1080 cards, one of those damn cards, because those are really good, but they're way too expensive, and some of them aren't in stock. But the AMD ones I do want, they aren't in stock, so I put one on hold, and hopefully I can get one. But that's the last of the main part I'm waiting on, and then I can build this thing. And then I'm going to have a system where my current computer that I'm working with right now will be my render computer, which I'll have on the side. And so also my mother can have a computer she can use because the other computer she was using it's a piece of crap. It barely runs. So this will be good. It'll be something I can have on the side so I can render things like through an FTP protocol, I'm thinking, to send the files over, work on the stuff there. Don't have to change anything in my old computer and just use it as a render farm. And then I can use the main computer to then, let's say after I record something, I could then do Twitch streaming, which I'll get to in a second. Anyway, new computer. I just want to talk about that. I'm looking at the timer. Man, I'm running out of time. Oh my God. So other things. The weight loss goal that I had set, I think I mentioned in a previous episode or previous update. I passed. I say I passed. I did. I managed to hit under 170 pounds by the end of the year. I did it. I actually nailed it. And so now I have a new goal. I want to hit 150 pounds by the end of April. So I guess I'm trying to wrap this up because I'm running out of time. The sacrifice continues. I make sacrifices by eating less, eating the right amount of things, going to the gym as many times as I can, usually 5 times a week, more if I can help it. Usually I can't though because on my days off, I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym. But on my work days that I work, it's perfect. Go to work, finish work, go to the gym, then come home, then play games, then go to sleep, rinse, repeat. Anyway, okay, so the last part on the update here, since I got less than a minute here, what to expect. I did a recording of Visera cleanup detail with Trey Then for the new map and new update they had, so expect that in the future. Obviously, Dead Space 2. I had the main thing holding me back on that, I was trying to do a special intro for it, and that's spoilers, but I keep screwing it up. I will get that out. Transformers Devastation. I've got to finish that damn thing. Going back to, I got Pyre. So maybe start that because, again, that's the other super giant games because I really like Transistor and Bastion. And Pyre, it looks like it has a lot of reading in it. So, you guys know I love reading stuff because I like that stuff. And then lastly, Twitch streaming as a dedicated thing in one of the months ahead. That's literally what I wrote in the thing. And maybe I can pick a month, either February or March, and like do it the whole month and don't have it like September where I totally botched the whole thing. And only did like a third of the days or a quarter. I don't know. Anyway, I'm out of time. It is 9 minutes on the recording, and that's like about the length of the video and the length of the match. So, and that's all I gotta say. This has been me, Infesord, for another Infesord Live channel update. Until next time, see you later, and make sure you have fun.
I am uncertain you deserve that. MVP.